Welcome to the Art Lady channel. Today we're going to be doing very simplified extinct animals, and we're going to be making it into a book. And this is going to be for kids who are 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, and maybe, I don't think we have any 8-year-olds in here today. With me right now, I have a first grade class with me today. And I'm also going to do these lessons with kindergarten as well. So we're going to be anywhere from 5 to, say, 7 or 8. But we're going to start off by making the title of the book. So my kids have just folded a page of 12 by 18 piece of construction paper. We've just folded it in half here. And we're opening it like a real book. So you want to make sure the fold is on the left side. And I have the students with pencil write their names at the bottom here, just their first name. Now we're going to start writing the title of our book here, and we're going to do extinct animals. And the kids with me today have this paper, and I just had an abundance of this light, beautiful lilac paper here. So we're using light purple. But if you have white paper, that's fine. Of very light shades of gray, that's great too. So any color paper you have is fine. Even that manila color paper would work. We're going to start our letters now. And we're going to start, I'm going to blow this up so you can see it a little bit better here. Okay. We're going to start at the very edge with a straight line down. And it's a little bit, see the fattest part of your finger? It's a little bit wider than that. And for the E, I'm coming over straight, and the shorter line in the middle. This is going to be the capital E. Now our X, we want it to be half the height of the E. So I start here with a diagonal and another diagonal. A T, we start where the E, come over here to the edge as close as I can to the X. Come on down. Now we want to be as close as we can because we want to fit in the rest of the letters. Small letter T. I, really close to the T. Dot. N, we'd straight line down. Come up, not from the end, I jump down a little bit. Curve up and around. A C. Up, down, and around. You notice it's the same height as the N. And now another T, straight line down, cross over. So there is extinct. Now we're working on animals. So I'm going to skip a little space. And I'm going to capital letter A, up, down, and cross in the middle. N, I'm going to go straight line down again as close as I can to get to the A because we have to write the rest of the letters. Curve it up and around. I, straight line down. Again, keep it close. Dot for the I. M, straight line down. Now I come up, down, up, down. A again, which is small letter A, so I jump over a little space. I curve around like the letter C, but then I go up and straight down. If you're running out of space, just do it really small. Maybe you can jump up top here. And then add an L. Remember, don't come at the very tippity top. We need a little bit of space at the top. Just do it up at the top or underneath here. You can skip down. And an S. So we curve up, around, and back around again. So we have our words written very neatly across the top of the page. And now we're going to start on the animal for today. And the cover animal is going to be, yes, a monk seal. So we're going to go ahead and start.
A seal did not die with the monkey.
We're going to drop down 3 fingers. Put a mark in the very middle. just estimate 3 fingers.
Oh, I can do
And we're going to come across our page.
it. It's so hard.
And we're coming across our page. Okay, in the center of both of these, we have the arch here. We're going to go dot, dot. And then we're going to make it a little bit bigger, not too big. This is the inside of the eyes. This is actually the pupils. And now we're going to add the irises, so come around and around. And underneath that, we're going to do a straight line. And we're going to come down and down. And we're going to jump around, around. And I'm going to do a straight line here. And I'm just going to connect it. Now we're going to do 2 diagonal lines. 1, 2. And a horizontal line at the bottom. And bring it up and bring it up. Now the monk seal, this is just going to be his head and shoulder area. So we're going to come down. Now watch me first. I'm not going to go down straight. I want to taper this. That means gently go into a diagonal to the edge of my page. So I'm coming down, gently tapering it to the very edge at the bottom. Look how wide that is. This is just his head and shoulder area. Now I'm going to do a little chin line, just like this. Whoop! To show this is his head. This shows a little wrinkle under his chin. And then we're going to do some whiskers. Now for the whiskers, watch. We're going to come, watch me first and then you do. We're going to come into this area here and we're just going to exaggerate it. And look how I do my hand. I just kind of flick it. So I start in and I just go up and out. But wait for me. That way it tapers to a skinny point. You up and flick. I'm going to do the same in the middle, flick, and then I'm going to flick low. Now the 2 in the center, I'm going to do short whiskers. So watch this. Short, short. So I have a total of 5. He has more whiskers, but we're not going to draw all the whiskers. We're just making a representation of whiskers. So we're going to do the same on this side. Up, down, middle, short, short. Whoops, I got a little bit long on there, but that's okay. So there's our extinct animal, and this is the monk seal. Let's write at the very bottom, monk seal. This is the Caribbean monk seal, but that's a lot of letters for us. So we're going to write the monk seal. So at the very bottom, I'm just going to do it smaller than these because this is the title. I'm going to do M. I'm going to make it bigger so you can see it. So I go straight line down. I go capital M. O, which is going to be smaller. Just go over to the side, anywhere at the bottom. We're going right on top of the seal. Straight line down, up and around, the letter N. And here's a small letter K. Straight line down. Remember, I'm close. And I'm going to go to the very middle with a short diagonal line going up and a short diagonal line going down. Notice this doesn't touch at the top. Now my S, capital S. So I start lower, up and around. Look at that curve. Up, around. Then I go diagonal. And then I swoosh up and around. That's how I make my S's. Now here's a nice, neat way of making an E. Watch this. Start over here on this side. Come up and around like the letter C. And then straight across. Nice and neat. Now my A, I start over, I come up and around. It's still like the letter C, look at that. Then I draw straight up and down. And the last letter for seal is a straight lowercase L. Monk seal. Now we're going to color this in, and I'm going to show you how to color this in. What I did was I used some horizontal little wiggly lines going across. The horizontal lines I used, let's look at the different colors. I used all my values of blue, but because the monk seal lives in the Caribbean, I focused a lot on the light greens and teals, light blues, and I used a lot of the whites. The white sand of the Caribbean in the beach makes the ocean a very light, beautiful turquoise color. I left a lot of my natural purple paper showing, and I put lots of those turquoises, like I said. Use your imagination. You don't have to color the monk seal a gray. Look what I did for mine. I used this purpley pink color, and I used a little bit of brown on the edges for the shadows. So you can use your imagination. It doesn't have to be realistic. So think of some of your favorite colors. Okay?
Mine is black.